I don't know if this girl that was at the Taco Bell drive-thru was trying to give me a hint. There's 3 of those. Anyways, found a good place to park in the shade. In the middle of absolutely nowhere. I went down some trails I had no business going down in a Jeep. There are a lot of birds around here. They were probably a cross between, well, I wouldn't say mountain bike trails because I doubt anybody's coming all the way out here on a mountain bike, but they're dirt bike trails that went about as vertical as you can go, and then off camber. I don't know if you can see one. I couldn't video it. I was too busy trying to get through it or down it. So, but anyways, yeah, there's some pretty crazy formations. I don't know if this is coming out good enough, but little under ledges and diamond rock pecker holes. Slopes and just really weird layering. I want to go over there, but there is way too much dry stuff, and just off-roading out here is kind of nerve-wracking because I took forever to find a place to park because I don't want to park on the trail just on the off chance that somebody comes down it, and I don't want to park off the trail because my catalytic converter will try and light stuff on fire. So every time I found a place to turn around to go back into the shade, when I couldn't find a place to actually park, that's a trip because these need a lot of water to live. I must be really close to the water table here because there was an oasis of green. I forget what type of plants they were back where I was on my way through here, but they were an actual like a water reed or something like that. But anyways, I'd like to go over and check out that rock, but I do not want to pull all the foxtails out from where my boot laces are, and I still got a sunburn from hell on my legs all the way down to my ankles, and it's the last thing I need is a foxtail digging into me and me getting one of those off chance infections or something, because I can't even feel part of my legs because the skin's so burnt and it's dead. It's literally numb. It's the last time you're gonna scratch my truck. Not like it matters. But I definitely got some extra pinstripes today. I had to take my flags off because I was gonna destroy them. And I took my hook off of the rear hitch because I was afraid I was gonna catch that on something too. Some coyote's gonna eat that and probably have shits for a week because it's Dorito flavored and body probably has nothing to do with it. But so yeah, I don't have a rear tire rack or spare mount or anything outside anymore. I moved it all inside, and I gotta find a place to put my high lift jack. But this is mounted, my spare is mounted to the floor with a Crown Victoria little wing nut mount onto the slide box, and then I've got all my tow straps and jumper cables, and I think my tire iron, stuff I absolutely need. I do have a jack, but it's just the factory like scissor jack, and I've got CO2 and fire extinguisher. I got everything, and a winch back there. I got pretty much everything I absolutely need, but I would like to have a high lift jack with me, and probably get a trash bag here, and what's the other thing? Oh, I'd like to have a gas can with me just in case, because that's the only thing I never really carry, and this is extra gas. And I've been down pretty low to where the fuel light was flashing, and what's scary, I think, about the fuel light on this one is it actually senses when the fuel pump doesn't have resistance from fuel going through it. So as the fuel pump is going dry, oh great, got my keys in my pocket. When the fuel pump goes dry and the resistance drops, that's when the fuel light comes on, because I don't have the instrument cluster I want in here anyways, where that would be a tachometer and this would be the fuel gauge. I turned the AC on for a minute. It actually got kind of warm out there. It's only 92, but it's kind of muggy, like 26% humidity. But yeah, the instrument cluster I want to put in has the tach there or here, and then has the fuel gauge over here, and this one has a fuel light. So there's a bunch of idiot lights behind here, but I don't even think any of them are even a concern of mine. All I'm worried about is these here. But anyways, then I gotta pull my headliner out finally. I started tearing the cloth off because it was touching my head, and I gotta recover these or something. But anyways, enough chit chat. I get rolling since it's starting to get dark. But this is the same trail I took the other day. Might have been a week or so ago, I don't remember. But I took a couple different routes, and there was a couple of vehicles out here. They were both silver. I think they were both Nissan Titans, maybe. They were bombing around, not back here, because I don't think they could even get to this point where I'm at. At least not the way I came. And I don't know if they were security goofing around, or if they were just a couple people that just happened to have a couple silver Nissan Titans, or whatever the full-size Nissan pickup truck is. And they were flying around, and at one point it looked like they were trying to figure out where I was at, because they kept showing up in places that I had been, and I just kept going up a steep hill and going around and backtracking. I'd turn around at the top and go back the same way I came up, and then I would look across and it seemed like they were going to meet me where I was anticipated to come out. So I don't know, but I've talked to a couple people out here, and the few that I've talked to out here were look like they know up to no good. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's security out here that is either voluntary or maybe has to do with something official, and is trying to hamper people that are up to no good. And I'm not gonna give them the impression of anything different until they talk to me, and that's a big maybe. So I figure, well, might as well just avoid them altogether if I can, because they don't know who I am and I don't know who they are. So I didn't get to go to the actual the rocket testing tower this last time. I came out here with my power wagon, I think yesterday, or day before, and I didn't take nearly as gnarly the trails as I do with the Jeep. I would if it wasn't for the fact that the branches and brush out here, so so much interference because of not only the lack of big wide vehicles going through, but also all of its really dry and rigid branches. I don't mind if there's been moisture and rain, because then the branches and the leaves and the stalks sticking out usually are fortified enough that they're just smooth and you know, they've got a bunch of leaves on them. But this time of year, they're almost like arrows sticking out, and they'll chatter along the bodywork and paint and plastic and really grab. So that's where the Jeep comes in, because I don't even wash this thing, because by the time I plan on washing it, if I get it muddy, I end up going through either rain or snow, and after there's enough dust on it, I end up going through brush or sand, and the sand kind of blasts off the dust and the dirt, and then I'm start over at the beginning again. So I think I've washed this maybe once a year, if that, since I've owned it. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a year there where I didn't actually wash it for an entire year, because the paint's been done since before I had it. I could probably put something on it and polish it out, but there's really no point. It's just gonna get scratched and scraped again. So wherever it's gone down to bare metal, it's kind of patinaed, and I don't care. I actually like it. So I'm trying to remember if I think I have to make a right down here instead of a left to get onto the main road. And technically not supposed to be out here after dark, technically not supposed to be going over 20 miles an hour, which technically by my speedometer I'm not. But of course every single one of my vehicles except for my smart car has oversized tires, so I think all of them are about 10 miles an hour below my actual speed. On the speedometer is 10 miles an hour, and it means I'm doing 10 miles an hour faster than the speedometers are reading. So drive for the road, just in case I need to climb something. So over here is these are really cool. I don't know what you call them, but they're literally just bridged out. Looks like a crocodile's head or an alligator's head. Transport for fuel of some sort, or fuel rods. Let's just say this is the one I think it is. And sorry, I'm filming vertical. I started vertical, and there's this. Some type of porcelain insulator. It's probably from the top of these power poles or something inside. Is this the one? No, this one I think was an office of some sort. But there's one that's smaller than this, but it has a bigger door. And it has, almost seems like a plug. And I don't mean a plug like an outlet to plug into. Like, there's a metal hole in the end of the room, and it's got a big metal slug in it, and I don't know what that thing's about. So it looks like they had power and antennas up here, and then there's another weird washed out slopey rocks. I don't know what this is, but I'm not going to drive on it because it looks like it could be washed out below and collapse. There's still some power poles over here, and we're taking the high road to the tower, I think, or the rocket testing tower, I believe. What is that? That wood. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to run over it. It's either a rib cage to an animal, or it's some type of metal structure that came apart and landed there. Might even been a weather balloon frame. Alright, this might not be the way I really wanted to go. But I think this takes us to that. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just gonna be a room that's got a weird something in it. The rock. Yep. There's cables on the ground from the power poles falling down. And there's some more insulators. Those are old insulators. Those are kind of cool. So is this a little, no, this one's a really tiny room. I don't even know what it is. This one's just kind of a standalone with a like a manhole in it. See if there's bats or bees or something. A mud dauber bird nest there, but yeah, they filled this with dirt. So I don't know if this was an access or just a, I forget the term that they use, like a mechanical access for well, I'm drawing a blank. We'll just leave it alone. So, and there's something in the ground there that looks like it had a bunch of power connections to it. And then down here, I think, is the building I was talking about. No, this ain't it either. But I know we're really close to the. I'll go show you what it is since I'm here, because people are going to be watching the video and probably be like, hey, I'm gonna go look in there. I want to go see what here. So this is crazy, because it's huge in here. From the outside, it doesn't look this big. And it goes, God damn it. He needs a different light. I've got a good light in the Jeep. I don't know why I didn't bring it. Let's see. We'll use my other phone. Come on. Oh, that's not any better. But it gives you a basic idea. So yeah, this is buried into the hillside, and it's cylindrical. And it has this open air room and a cage. I think that was just chain link on top of the concrete ceiling so people don't walk off into it. This is probably had a roof that was made out of wood or something. But Now you can't bitch about me not coming over here. It is cool. It's just not as cool as where we're going. The wing walker over there. There's I really want to go see if any of those insulators are capable of being lost in my Jeep, because they're old insulators. They're the brown, they're not glass. It'd be cool if I saw some of the glass ones, but they're they're ceramic. I forget what they call them. They're like, I think it might be Bakelite. So this is the actual rocket testing tower. And I'm shutting the truck down so I can hear what's coming, if there is. Anything. Monitoring observation well with new bolts on it. That was obviously important. This is weird. Some type of aluminum thing. So this is the rocket pad that they had a whole structure mounted on here. It's all been cut off, but these are the, I guess, mounts where they would mount the rockets. And there's a plate here that probably has where the water would or the piping where the jet engines would be directed, and that would steam off the energy. Dang, that's high up there. Steam off the energy from the rockets being run. That sucker's big. There used to be a ladder over here. Or it's on the other side. That stuff's a trip. Airplane, it's me. I'm in the tooth. Oh, that's not professional. Hey, that scared the hell out of me. That sound that came from there sounded like a lion. Huh. Oops. How you doing? So this must have been some type of guard shack. Oh, there's the insides of. I know what that is, because that's a worm gear, and this is the inside of the motor. That's a big old chunk of steel. There's another filled in. Yeah, this is that steel. There are birds in there. So I can get this whole thing in. in the shot. A second. Here's one of those inspection wells. Full of junk. Look how green that is over there. It's where that creek bed is. I don't understand the purpose of this. This must have been generators or transformers of some sort. Because this is the weirdest looking surface. It's almost like it was going through some really severe heat. It's like baked, like melted concrete. This place here, this right here, where it looks like something was mounted, must not have been exposed. So I don't know if this is from radiation, because if you look where it's been chipped away, probably from people shooting it, it's just concrete with rocks in it. And over here it looks normal, but this just looks, I don't know, like it's melted concrete, if there's such a thing. And over here it's not nearly as bad. So I don't know if there was some reactor there. Oh. And this is just a platform or something. Oh, I ain't walking all the way around there. I remember how far that is. But anyway, so this is the actual the Rocketdyne test tower where they would mount rockets and they would shoot the propulsion. I don't know if it's for the whole rocket or it's for the rocket engines, but it was a propulsion lab I was trying to get out. See, look at all that weird fucking crazy stuff. Because this over here is right where the rockets are, and it's completely like this perfect finished surface. Granted, it's painted by 100 different graffiti artists, but these bolts here, that's creepy. But why isn't this all melted like that? None of it is.